Hi, are you at home watching this feeling stressed and wondering how I can cope better with stress in our modern world? The reason might be as simple as your vagus nerve. Hi, I'm Dr. Tom DeWall. You know, there's a saying that goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But when it comes to the vagus nerve, what happens in the vagus definitely doesn't stay in the vagus. The vagus nerve is one of 12 cranial nerves, named that because cranial nerves emerge directly from the cranium and not the spinal cord. The vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve, and its nerve fibers travel down the neck, pass around the digestive system, and then go to the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, the heart, and the lungs. The vagus nerve provides a gateway between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous systems. In other words, our fight or flight nervous system and our rest and digest nervous system. It's like a central switchboard that oversees a vast range of crucial functions, communicating nerve impulses to every organ in our body. So it's not surprising then that impaired function of this nerve can lead to many different conditions and problems. At any given moment, your nervous system is determining whether you're in danger or not, and then it responds accordingly. If the nervous system thinks you're in danger, it will always favor the survival mode. Now, we can run into trouble because our nervous system is very adaptable. The more it uses the survival side, the more that becomes your default setting. Living in constant survival mode can bring on many problems, just some of which are high blood pressure, indigestion, insomnia, cardiovascular problems, inflammation, memory and concentration issues, sugar control, and hormonal imbalances. When it's in the survival mode, it's almost impossible for our body to grow and repair. Modern civilization stressors can push us into survival mode, and we need to find ways to reduce the survival mode and express the growth mode. The vagus nerve's main role, though, is calming the body down through the parasympathetic nervous system. When we stimulate the vagus nerve, we actually promote calmness in the nervous system, and this will allow for healing, growth, and happiness. The strength of the vagus response, or tone, can actually be measured by tracking the heart rate alongside of the breathing rate. Our hearts actually speed up a little bit when we breathe in, and it slows down just a little when we breathe out. The bigger that difference is, the higher the vagal tone. Higher vagal tone means that the body can relax faster after a stressful situation. Higher vagal tone improves the conditions that I mentioned earlier, and it also is associated with better mood, less anxiety, and more stress resilience. Now, one very interesting role of the vagus nerve is that it monitors our gut microbiome, and if a pathogen is detected, initiates a response to modulate inflammation. Through this mechanism then, the gut can have an effect on your mood and your stress level, as well as overall inflammation. Now, there are 6 ways that we can actually increase the vagus nerve tone all on our own. The first one is breathing. Slow rhythmic breathing through our diaphragm rather than through the chest stimulates and tones the vagus nerve. Another way is through humming. Since the vagus nerve is connected to the vocal cords, humming mechanically stimulates it. Just hum along with your favorite song. Another way is by washing your face with cold water. Now, the mechanism here is not well known, but cold water on your face will actually stimulate the vagus nerve. Another way is through meditation, especially focusing on feelings of kindness and goodwill. There was a 2010 study that found that increasing positive emotions led to improved vagal tone. And number 5, balancing the gut. Like I mentioned earlier, the presence of a healthy gut bacteria creates a positive feedback loop through the vagus nerve, thereby increasing its tone. And of course, chiropractic care. A 2018 Australian study found that regular chiropractic care improved the vagal tone in the participants of the study. The health of our vagus nerve is responsible for so much, it only makes sense to want to keep it functioning at peak level. In today's ever-increasing stressful world, you can't afford not to know how your nervous system and spinal cord are doing. When was the last time you had your vagus nerve checked by a chiropractor? Thanks for watching, and please, with any questions, give our office a call.